The importance of moving in your calling. Calling is what you were made for, what you were created for. This is how important it is. If you do not move in your calling, somebody out there is going to suffer because you weren't there for them, to save them, to minister to them, to give them an encouraging word, and they'll commit suicide. That's the gravity of the situation. You were created for something, but you have to walk in that something that He created you for. And the way that you know what your something is that you'll do it for free, and that you'll do it 24/7. Because it fulfills you on the inside and it comes natural and easy to you to do it. And other people praise your gift. They say, man, you're so good at drawing, you're so good at this, you're so good at that, singing. It doesn't necessarily matter what it is. Serving people, just being hospitable, charitable. A person like myself, where it's like natural for me to give good advice and lead people in good decision making. Everyone has something inside of them that makes them unique and special to this world. And the importance of you finding that for yourself and walking in it is the difference between life and death for somebody out there. The reason why I make videos is because somebody out there, in the back of my head, I'm thinking about them, and I'm thinking they're in a dark place, they're in deep depression, and this video might just reach them, and it might not altogether pull them out, but it might be a stepping stone to pulling them out. One stepping stone at a time, kind of thing. If everybody does their job on planet Earth, if everybody were to be walking in their calling, everybody would be helpers of everybody, servants of one another. The reason why you see so much isolation, separation, and people just kind of like doing the opposite is because first, the devil exists, and he does that kind of stuff. But you gotta stop being so self-conscious, okay? Because the devil works with self-conscious, like being aware of yourself so much so that it stops you from doing what you know is right in your heart to do. You have to knock that off and outgrow that. And when it comes down to it, like the people, the charades that are going on in your mind about what people are thinking, talking, saying, believing of you, I guess you could pose to yourself different questions to try to tear down that stronghold illusion that's going on there. Number one is, do they pay your bills? Do they go home with you and edify you 24/7? Are they really in your corner? Of course not, right? These are the people that you put on a pedestal in your mind, and they dictate your choices in real life, right? Everybody deals with that crowd of audience that's looking at them in their mind while they do actions on planet Earth, and according to how they perceive how the people are going to react, they modify their choices. Do you find that right to lean over on their direction rather than to stay true and loyal to yourself? When you're going to perform a task, if you change the way you would do it just so that it doesn't look like you'll be made fun of for the way you do it. For example, the way that I hold a pencil is different than the way anybody on planet Earth holds a pencil. And I've always been told, like, why do you hold the pencil like that? Every one of us on planet Earth is unique. But we try our very best not to stand out when we were born to stand out. And we try not to stand out because when we were young, the devil made it a point to make you feel what it's like to be made fun of, picked on, bullied, etc. And that left such an impression on us. And when we got older and we were told to stand out, to take the lead singing role, the lead singing role or whatever it may be. It was these jitters, these butterflies, this hesitancy, and for a lot of people, they never followed through with it because the audience in their mind would be their dictatorship of, and it was always negative in their mind, like, oh, they're gonna make fun of me, they're gonna mock me, and so I want you to take your mind and I want you to disarm them. And one of the ways to disarm them is, what's the worst case scenario? Take it all the way to the worst case scenario. Let's go there. Worst case scenario, they throw stuff at you, right? When there's like a bad act, when it's a really good act, they throw roses. When it's a bad act, they throw food and all kinds of stuff, right? And they scream out cuss words and whatnot. Now let me tell you something that's gonna help you out. In this world, there's 3 categories. 33.3% are always gonna love you no matter what. 33.3% are always gonna hate you, and the other 33.3% are up for debate. Meaning, depending on what you say, do, and they're going to calculate whether they're for you or not. There's a misconception out there that people are perfect. Nobody's perfect. You can have a good day and a bad day. You know what I mean? Today you can hit a home run and tomorrow you can strike out. So that's the problem with all this celebrity things. People just think that they're just home run hitters all day, every day. And that's the illusion that I was trying to pop yesterday's video. Like, no, man, it's not like that at all. And so there's a lot of illusions, and your calling is waiting. Your calling is waiting. And we'll do something fun today. We'll do something fun. When I upload this video, if you don't know what your calling is, I will pray about it and see if God tells me what your calling is. I might ask you a couple of questions. I'm a life coach behind the scenes. So, this is what I do. Everybody does. Everybody's good at something. So I'm good at helping people. You know what I mean? So if you are trying to look for your calling, you're going to have to be bold enough and courageous enough to when I tell you what it is, you're going to have to step out and be bold enough and courageous enough to be your own hero. To be your own hero. So many people are waiting for a hero to save the day. You're that hero. You are that hero to your own self, and eventually to the world, to the people around you. So that's the video. You were created with purpose, and some people are naturally funny. They make people smile and laugh. That's what this world needs right now more than ever before. So it just depends on your personality and what you're good at, what comes natural to you, etc. But if everybody pitched in and did their part, not only would you be fulfilled and happy and satisfied, but you would be helping someone else at the same time do the same thing. And then the world itself would be stitched back together, and people would want to mingle with other people instead of shun them. God bless.